Hello students, welcome back to our video lectures. This video lecture is on multi-stage amplifiers. In this video lecture we will discuss about analysis of multi-stage amplifiers using FET. Let us go ahead with our discussion. Analysis of multi-stage amplifiers using FET. This is what is the basic circuit diagram, which is a two-level FET, two-level amplifiers, two stages of amplifiers with the help of FET. And the most popular biasing used in the FET is source self bias, and the resistance RG is usually very large in both the cases, in both the stages. In fact, the output of stage 1 is connected to as an input for stage 2 by using a coupling capacitor, and we have the drain capacitor, the drain resistors, which is externally connected drain resistors we have, then RS source resistances we have, then the source capacitances we have, and all these are basically used for providing the biasing of the FET in order to ensure it is going to be working as an amplifier. In this multi-stage amplifier analysis, we will try to go ahead with the discussion of what about the analysis at low frequency, mid frequency as well as high frequency. Let us go ahead with the analysis of FET. This is the equivalent circuit for FET which we have already come across. This is the RG, gate resistance. This is the current source we have, which is drain current, which is GM into VGS. This is the internal drain resistance RD. This is externally connected drain resistance capital RD, and this is the coupling capacitance. The output terminal is the drain, and the output of the stage 1 is connected as an input for stage 2 with the help of coupling capacitor. Now at the input of the stage 2 we have the gate resistance RG, and let us consider the capacitance we have, which is called as a stray capacitance. We normally here call it as a shunting capacitance, which is a parallel capacitance, and it usually exists at high frequencies. Now here in this equivalent circuit we have two types of capacitors. One is a coupling capacitor and another one is a shunting capacitance, which usually exists at high frequencies. Now let us calculate the voltage gain at mid frequency, because in the mid frequency only you are going to be getting the maximum gain. Then you are going to be comparing the voltage gain at low frequency with respect to mid frequency, and again the voltage gain at high frequency with respect to mid frequency. Anyhow, we will go through the derivation and we will see what is the exact relation between the voltage gain at mid frequency with respect to low frequency as well as high frequency. At mid frequency we have the two capacitances that are existing. The entire operation or the entire derivation based on the working of these two capacitances, whether they are short circuited or open circuited, whether you need to consider the practical capacitance value like CC as well as CSH instead of short circuiting or open circuiting. Now let us go ahead. What will happen at the mid frequency? At mid frequencies, capacitance called coupling capacitance acts as a short circuit, and usually this shunting capacitance exists at high frequencies. Anyhow, it acts as an open circuit, and the correspondingly the equivalent circuit will be given by, it will be acting like a short and it will be acting like a open. Now this is what is the equivalent we are getting. Now if you look after all the three resistances, they are all in parallel, small rd, capital RD and RG. You replace all the three resistors with a single equivalent resistance called R equivalent. Let us name it as R equivalent, which is equal to small rd parallel with capital RD parallel with capital RG. Now the circuit has become very much simple, and it is very easy to calculate the output voltage. This is the current direction based on the arrow mark. This is what is the current direction, but here based on the polarities we have mentioned for V naught, you want to calculate V naught. This is the current direction, because it's a plus and this is minus. This is the current direction. Now if this is GM into VGS, this is minus GM into VGS. These two currents are in opposite direction. Therefore V naught is equal to minus GM VGS into R equivalent. So V naught is equal to minus GM VGS into R equivalent, where VGS is the input voltage you are trying to apply across the gate and source, means we can replace this VGS with VI. So V naught by VI, which is a voltage gain, which is becoming as minus GM into R equivalent. See, and this is the voltage gain in the mid frequency, which is equal to V naught by VI or V naught by VGS, which is equal to minus GM into R equivalent. We know R equivalent, which is a parallel combination of small rd, capital RD and capital RG. This is the first formula. We have the voltage gain at mid frequency, which is equal to minus GM R equivalent. Now see this case. This is what is the basic frequency response curve we have. It is a frequency, it is a voltage gain, and the voltage gain is maximum in the mid frequency, and you try to calculate this is AV mid divided by root 2, which gives you the bandwidth. AV mid divided by root 2, which gives you bandwidth. Now if you try to calculate the bandwidth, it is the upper cutoff frequency and this is the lower cutoff frequency, and the difference between upper cutoff and the lower cutoff is nothing but called as a bandwidth. Means here we have AV mid divided by root 2. Let us go ahead with the derivation, how it is going to be relating with low frequency gain as well as the high frequency gain. Now you try to calculate the voltage gain at low frequency. You are not going to be neglecting that CC. You are not making it as open circuited completely, and it is not exactly equal to 0 at low frequencies. You have a very small amount of CC is going to be existing there, hence you are not going to be ignoring it. So at low frequencies CC has a reasonable amount of reactance, whereas when not talking about the low frequency, shunt capacitance not playing any role. As a result, you can make it as a open circuited. Now you try to redraw the circuit with placing CC and making shunt capacitance as a open circuited. Now see this, CC we are placing and the shunt capacitance has been open circuited. Now I want to simplify this circuit. It looks like a complicated circuit. Let us simplify the circuit. Now these two resistors are in parallel. These two resistors are in parallel. Let us replace a single resistance. Let me call it as R0 dash, which is equal to RD parallel with capital RD, small rd parallel with capital RD. Now I will replace here one more resistor. Let us say R0 dash, which is a parallel combination of small rd and parallel RD, capital RD. And at the same time, I want to bring this resistance in parallel here. Then I need to replace this current source into a voltage source. Now this is I have an R. If I want to replace this with V, here I have a minus, this is the arrow mark, arrowhead, here I have a plus, and I want to indicate V equal to IR. This is the current, GM into VGS, R is nothing but R0 dash. I will get a voltage source and I am having an equivalent resistance here, which is R0 dash, which is a combination of parallel combination of small rd and capital RD. This is what we have represented. R0 dash is nothing but a parallel combination of small rd and capital RD, and we have made that current source into a voltage source. Now it is very easy to do the analysis, very easy to calculate the V0. V0 is equal to, anyhow this is a minus polarity, we have minus GM VGS R0 dash into RG divided by R0 dash plus 1 by j omega cc plus RG. This is V0 is equal to minus GM VGS R0 dash into RG divided by R0 dash plus 1 by j omega cc plus RG. Let us simplify this. We know again the voltage gain AV at low frequencies, which is equal to V naught by Vi. Reason VGS is equal to Vi. VGS equal to Vi, you replace it, V naught by Vi. V naught by Vi equal to minus Gm R naught dash Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg plus 1 by j omega Cc. This is what. Divide both numerator and denominator with R naught dash plus Rg. We will get AV low equal to minus Gm R naught dash Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg whole divided by R naught dash plus 1 by j omega Cc plus Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg. Now this is a parallel combination of R naught dash and Rg. Anyhow R naught dash plus Rg becomes as a 1 plus 1 by j omega Cc into R naught dash plus Rg we will get. This is what the simplified version of the equation. Anyhow we know that R naught dash is equal to, which is a parallel combination of small rd and capital Rd. Replace this, R naught dash into Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg means which is a parallel combination of R naught dash and Rg. We know R naught dash is equal to small rd parallel with the capital Rd. Just replace this R naught dash with the small rd in parallel with the capital Rd, which is in parallel with the capital Rg. And we know the formula for three parallel combinations of Rd, capital Rd and capital Rg, which is R equivalent. Now I can rewrite the formula as AV low is equal to minus Gm R equivalent divided by 1 plus 1 by j omega Cc into R naught dash plus Rg. We know minus Gm into R equivalent is nothing but voltage gain in mid frequency. This is what is the formula we have already know. Voltage gain in the mid frequency equal to minus Gm into R equivalent. Hence we can rewrite this formula as AV low voltage gain in the low frequency divided by the voltage gain in the mid frequency. We try to calculate the magnitude. We will calculate at the ending. For timing, keep this as a mod, which is equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 by j omega Cc into R naught dash plus Rg. Bring this into the numerator. Because it is in the form, you expand this, omega equal to 2 pi f into 2 pi f into Cc into R naught dash plus Rg. From that entire term, consider only 1 divided by 2 pi Cc R naught dash plus Rg, which is equal to Fl. 1 divided by 2 pi Cc into R naught dash plus Rg, which is equal to Fl. Now here we have F is left out, means we can write the formula 1 divided by 1 minus j into Fl divided by F. Now you try to calculate the magnitude and consider that the frequency you are going to be applying to the circuit at or you can say at F is equal to Fl, and the magnitude is going to be becoming as 1 by root 2, which you normally call it as the 3 dB frequency. You want to quote it here, the voltage gain at low frequency, which is equal to AV mid divided by root 2. That's what we have mentioned in the earlier frequency response curve. Now calculate the voltage gain at high frequency. At high frequency, the Cc will be acting like a short circuited, and CSH cannot be neglected. You are going to be placing the CSH on the actual parameter. Now see this, short circuited, replace at the output side with CSH. Now here at the output side we have a two parallel components, capital Rg in parallel with the CSH, which is replaced with Z. Z is equal to parallel combination of Rg parallel with 1 by j omega CSH. That's what Z we have mentioned. Z is equal to a parallel combination of Rg and CSH. You simplify the equation, you will get Rg divided by 1 plus j omega RG CSH. You try to write the formula for V0. V0 is equal to minus Gm VGS R naught dash into Z divided by R naught dash plus Z. That's what is the formula. Substitute Z. Substituting Z, which is a parallel combination of RG and CSH. Substitute, simplify, we will get minus Gm R naught dash into Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg plus j omega R naught dash Rg CSH. Divide both numerator and denominator with R naught dash plus Rg. Then you will get minus Gm R naught dash Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg whole divided by, you take this R naught dash plus Rg, you divide this with R naught dash plus Rg, it will become as 1 plus j omega CSH into R naught dash into Rg divided by R naught dash plus Rg. That's what we have written here. Now we know R naught dash in parallel with Rg, we know R naught dash equal to small rd parallel with capital RD. You try to replace this, you will get this term as R equivalent. Now replace this with R equivalent minus Gm R equivalent divided by 1 plus j omega CSH into R equivalent. Let us write that. See, AV high equal to minus Gm R equivalent divided by 1 plus j omega CSH R equivalent. We know minus Gm into R equivalent is nothing but our voltage gain in the mid frequency. Replace that. Try to calculate AV high by AV mid 1 divided by 1 plus j omega CSH into R equivalent. Let this FH higher cutoff frequency, FH is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi CSH R equivalent. You try to write it J 2 pi F CSH R equivalent means 2 pi CSH R equivalent, but here FH is equal to 1 by 2 pi CSH R equivalent. Then you are going to be getting F divided by FH. AV high by AV mid is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus J into F divided by FH. You try to calculate the magnitude, magnitude of AV high by AV mid, which is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 plus F by FH whole square. You try to measure or you try to calculate at F is equal to FH. At as F is equal to FH, this is already, we have already gone through the equation. This is only for the reference I have quoted here. At F is equal to FH, you try to measure, both these two are gets cancelled, you will get AV by AV mid is equal to 1 divided by root 2. Means that you are going to be getting again AV high is equal to AV mid divided by root 2. That is what is our the 3 dB cutoff frequency at FH. Based on this, we can be able to calculate the bandwidth which is equal to FH minus FL, which gives you the bandwidth of the amplifier. This is what is the basic analysis we need to do for the multi-stage amplifier fit at low frequencies, mid frequencies and high frequencies. In the next video lecture, we will try to discuss about the RC coupled analysis of RC coupled amplifier at low frequency, mid frequency and high frequency. Then we'll discuss about the differential amplifiers. Thank you.